are back. That's the story that I'm peddling, at least. Vitality coming out.
Really the only one that comes as a surprise, and even then it's understandable, is going to be the Iana.
Yeah, I think the Iana is maybe G2's attempt.
Versus Risk, didn't want to put it too riskily. Cactus finding the second, then it's on to Citizen. The smoke going out here. The two operators you sorely need alive in the dying seconds. The ones that have started out, the dying on the side of G2. P4 finding the third in the round, and so far G2 unable to find a response.
I love that from P4. Just knew exactly where that man was, just waited for him to peek up, and that was it. Down he went. Virtue manages to find the kill onto Bibu, who's been low health since the beginning of the round. Finally finished off, but Rise, he gets in there, one for himself. Shinka with the trade onto Virtue to close out the round, and that's going to be Vitality 1-0. And I tell you what, Des,
pushing onto him to try and kill him. Just a couple of warning shots almost coming out as Rise gets a couple coming back out of office window at exactly the same time. Keep a very close eye on Hungry with that C4 in back pocket, because once the push comes through, he could be pivotal. A 1-for-1 in the mid-round. Citizen finding a kill here rather than losing the smoke early on. Has one in back pocket here. That comes out at the right time. That could be lights out. Virtue finds one, turning it into a double in the round. 3 versus 1. Shinka all alone. I'm pretty sure his round is done and dusted. Citizen closing things out.
So many times I've said in the last couple of play days, an important couple of kills for the locked in. He's certainly not going to expose himself. A battle on the stairs goes Rise's way as he finds Hungry lacking, and this is where the pressure will start to mount on Citizen. P4 finds Kayak, and Citizen's going to find himself pinched very, very soon. Virtue from a nice prone position underneath the pool table. Citizen manages to defend himself for the time being with a kill onto Rise. Shinka shuts down Virtue, and that gives access to sight. Citizen has found his way back now. Out goes the Toxic Babe canister. He knows the man's going to drop. It was all down to the prox alarm, but Shinka, he finds the kill onto Citizen, and in a round that just rubber banded backwards there, but certainly not over committing to it. He knows that they've spotted him, he knows they know where he is, and needs to be careful as he picks up that drone. Bibu picks up Jonka. Virtue's going to take a lot of damage, and that's beautiful play from. They're always waiting, but talking of waiting, Citizen, he's waiting on this balcony window here. He knows that he's being pushed by a Zafir as the stun canister goes off. He's going to get the kill all day long, nice and easy. Citizen, he gets himself a second. Shinka finds one onto Hungry, and still Vitality at a net advantage, but it is certainly game on for G2 in round 4.
Yeah, there's 15 seconds to go as well. Citizen's got to go massive here alongside Kayak, who's holding himself in a key spot. Triple kill for Citizen as he picks up P4. There's Kayak. The boys are stepping in with the SAS operators. Only one stands. It's Shinka. Can they pull off a miraculous turnaround in the round? Absolutely they can. A 3K for Citizen, 2 for Kayak, and they keep Vitality at bay.
How did G2 win that round?
Let's try and do so. Ironically, Caster cursing him as he dies at the moment that I start talking about him. They've got them time to push through now this main hallway. One runs in without a single drone on there. A second kill. Virtue going nuclear but can't find the third. Kayak does give him a bit of an assist with the C4 coming out onto Shinka. We're down to a 2 versus 2 now. Cactus making this plan happen. He's sticking it, and here comes Kayak on the rotate, returning from his victorious C4 whilst his comrades have fell on the site itself. Yonka and Kayak now got to do everything to bring down 2 and stage a retake.
Unfortunately for G2, they just lost control of sight there amongst all those kills from Virtue, and it's just left them short-handed as Cactus gets the final 2 after putting the defuser down. Great round for the ace there as he manages not the closer to the wall there to avoid it. If he gets aggressive here, it could well make a successful challenge. He's going to move himself around. They've no idea, Des. They've no idea that they're going to be flanked. Here it comes. That's Jonka. Nice and easy, but not before he manages to get Virtue. And Kayak also goes down to Cactus, but here comes Citizen. Headshot onto Bibu. Nitro for Hungry. 3 versus 2 now in the favour of G2, and Vitality have got it all to do with 12 seconds left to go. Citizen finds Shinka. Defuser down on the ground. Surely it's too much for P4. He manages to get one. He's got no option but to try and stick this plant. Citizen goes in. He's just being cautious, letting the time tick by. There it is. Playing it smart, knowing that the man does not have the opportunity to then come off and challenge him. And as the Toxic Babe canister comes out, does a little bit of damage, and right now Vitality, they are stacked. 4 men waiting for this push. Jonka manages to get one from the window, headshot onto Cactus, but Rise meanwhile has hit Jonka in reverse with the Nitro in through the window. Hungry goes down to Shinka, and surely this is going to be Vitality. 4 seconds left to go. 2 versus 2, kills still raining in. G2 can do it, Des. Virtue, Citizen find the final 2.
I imagine most teams at the point you would give up. 1-2. Citizen is waiting for a push in here from Mud, as you can see. The problem is he's got a man on either side watching him, but he still gets the long angle inside of inside of gaming. That's what you want to see. Shinka is just waiting, though, and 2 Frost Mats are waiting for G2. I hope to God they get this right.
And they certainly have. Kayak takes his choice, and out goes the Nitro as well. Big play.
Citizen.
Kayak trying to get that diffuser down. 4 versus 2 as Citizen gets Shinka. Everything is being done to facilitate Kayak to get the plant, but it's not going to matter as Hungry and Kayak get the final kills. G2 are starting to run away with this one from what looked like a very good fight.
On site, herded them up like sheep, and then we'll put them all to the slaughter. That's the kind of thing you want to see. A C4 coming out of the library window connects onto Kayak.
Which is now an area that Virtue's looking to move towards. He's going to take the window out and potentially look to pressure from there, but I think it's actually more of a distraction technique just to allow Citizen to move across the corridor there. Jonker gets one onto Rise, extremely late trade out there, but P4 with a much quicker trade as he manages to get the man Jonker down. 3 versus 3 though, Citizen does manage to stealthily move his way into the corridor and gets a freebie onto Cactus with the headshot. Rotates himself around and decides he's going to attack from a different angle here, but very aware of man on the top floor. Virtue gets P4, and that is library cleared out for Citizen. 3 versus 2, 6 seconds left to go. It's all going to come down to a bloodbath in sight, and here it begins. Bibu with an important kill, putting the diffuser down. Bibu and Shinka lock it out in a 2v3, Des. It's 4-5 now, and this game is on to P4, I think, from above.
No, main stairs here.
And then it's now coming down to this. 15 seconds left to go. G2 leaving it late once again, which we've seen fall foul a couple of times as Cactus and Rise get kills. Cactus with another. 3 versus 1 now. Hungry shut down, and Vitality level things up, fighting their way back from 3 to...
They're just being held at bay. You've got the Clash still watching inside of office. 2 or 3 hanging around bathroom and piano. Kayak's now down as well. Fatality, they might be about to do it here. They're in a 5 versus 2. P4 finds itself the double. Admittedly, 1 onto a down, but not out player, and now with 2 left alive, surely this is where Vitality can close it out.
Certainly looks that way. 13 seconds left to go. Hungry jumps in, manages to get himself a nice headshot. Shut down by the Oryx of Shinka though. 1 versus 4. Jonker's outside the map. It's unlikely he'll even get inside at this rate. Time ticks away. He's not going to risk it. There's absolutely no point. Nothing he could do there. Take the extra few seconds for G2. They can just try and talk through what went wrong there. Fatality there as one of the top fraggers in P4 gets taken off the board. Hungry, he manages to find Rise, and just like round 11, went straight towards Vitality. This one is pinging all the way back and heading for G2 right now. 5 versus 3, and there is going to be a long time and a lot of pressure for Vitality to hold on here. Bibu nearly loses his boots there from the rooftop.
Walking away with his feet, he's out, and a nade comes singing back. G2 have just bullied Vitality.
To push down with support. Cactus is watching this hatch, ready for any drop. It looks like Citizen might give it a whirl. He's going to open up some angles, knowing that there's likely one in connector. E1D scan comes in, perfectly timed as Hungry gets the kill onto Shinka. No! Cactus, he looks away at the wrong moment as Citizen able to use that reverse angle and get the final kill on a flawless round for G2.
Can you do that ending again with the whole no Cactus, but do Cactus no, so we get a second one for the season?
No!
Thank you very much. We've had Bibu, no, and now we've got Cactus. I want to keep building them up. It's almost like playing bingo towards the end of the season. Every member of Vitality needs you to have said that by the end of it. You've got 2 games to go,
I don't think Vitality will want that, because it usually comes before them losing a round, unfortunately for them.
Well,
I'm sure they'd be much happier with me shouting some other names.
Well, you've jinxed them enough here as well. You were getting so happy about your prediction as well before that round, and then you curse it.
Long way to go, yeah. There's a long way to go.
All right. Okay, fine. A long way to go, to be precise, is potentially 2 or 3 rounds. Our team can take 2 rounds here and win it out entirely, or we could see it balance out and have 1 apiece, and then the round 15 will be the one where it comes down to it. G2, we're in a 15-round game on Monday against Untitled. They have played a lot of Siege so far this week, and it's definitely not going to slow down now. I was going to say, it doesn't really matter what side we step onto, either whether Vitality are attack or defense. It has been 3-3 in both halves. You cannot separate these 2 teams. They are so closely aligned to one another in terms of what they're delivering in this game. And who knows, maybe Citizen break breaks that 20 kill barrier as well. Given how he's been playing, I'm sure expecting it.
Very, very possible. Now, interestingly here, Des, we can't even offer any sort of insight as to whether there's an attacker, a defender. There's no advantage to be found here. First half 3-3, second half 3-3. Nobody has had any better performance on attack or defence. Vitality are taking us to kitchen and dining. It's a site that we only saw them defend once. It was back in round 10, and they were the winners. They were the winners even though Hungary got the opener onto Bibu, so they managed to win it from a man disadvantaged position as well. So Vitality, no doubt feeling very confident on this site, but this round is super important. You feel like whoever lands the first jab here could be the one to line up the haymaker to close out the game.
That's the thing that worries me a bit is, we've seen a few rounds where G2 have found the opening kill, and this site was the prime example. It kind of presses on. G2 keep on forcing Vitality back like, yeah, we're slowly getting it. And then suddenly, bam, Vitality come out of nowhere with 3 kills and shut the round down from seemingly nowhere. So keep a close eye on it. It's never over until all 5 members are dead, it feels, with these two teams, because the turnarounds we've seen in a couple of them, the multi-kills in the first half especially, were really impactful in how a round turned out. At least here, 60 seconds in, it's again about that time where we start seeing players getting back on drones and collecting information. Just Kayak at this point, along with Virtue, helping to get the rest of the players in, I think, here as well. We spoke about the supports being the ones who at the start of the round will drone the rest of the team in. They then get towards the building, then the supports start moving forwards, and your entries, if no one else is there to kill, are the ones who then get the drone work on the go.
Oh, I feel like you can even feel the tension in the movement of the players, Des. We saw P4 on the Mozzie just dashing around, sprinting, checking left, right, pre-fire in the door. We've got Hungry on the rooftop taking his shots in through the barricades. It just feels like everybody's on edge here. Everybody is tense and ready to fight because they know that they're going to have to. 1 minute 30 left to go. We've not lost a man yet, so both teams being careful to keep that man count up, but given any opportunity, they're going to be snapping straight onto those shots.
Kayak's been sat on this drone for the longest time, bless him, here, really playing in this supportive role for the team. Yonka the one doing a lot of the moving because they want to get control of the top floor here. They've got the wall opened up. They know there's a laser gate on the doorway coming in from the balcony, but then it's about making something happen. Cactus on that Maestro, spoke about him a lot already. Opening kill onto Yonka is going to slow G2's efforts down. Everyone's now pushed up towards Solarium, and for G2 the question is, do you want to chase them, pursue them up there, or start thinking about the site? There is only 50 seconds to play, so whatever it is, it's got to be fast.
They're going to make a decision and they're going to need to make a move. That much is true. Citizen looking to get angles through into sight. He's got Kayak with him. Big kill from Cactus on the Elder. Headshot onto Citizen. 5 versus 3 Vitality with a great advantage now here in the first overtime round. Virtue low health, pushing alongside Hungry, going down the Solarium stairs. Virtue manages to see a man through the vertical angle, can't make it pay. Kayak does find Cactus. His work is done for the round, but he also, Virtue finding Shinka. 3 versus 2. Rise gets involved. 3 versus 1 with a second from Rise. It's big, but is it big enough? 10 seconds left to go. It's all on Virtue. I've said how he's had these pivotal moments. He finds shots onto P4, but he can't put the man down. He's running out of time, Des. 0.
Hungry's got one as well. They've got tools to play behind here, Ace, and time is starting to tick away for Vitality.
Citizen's going to swing in a minute. Kayak, he gets a kill onto Bibu. There you go. That's the moment Citizen was waiting for. Kill onto Rise. 5 versus 2. What a headshot onto Shinka.
Beautiful. 1 versus 5. Cactus should be shut out. Does find the one, but Kayak closes it. The near flawless round coming through for the second time this week. The second play day.
Now, I know that's how far on the edge I was, Des. I fell off. They got him! Taken down. That is a big play from G2. Jonker finishing the kill through the hatch.
Don't know.
So I don't know how much impact he's going to be able to have. Kayak finds P4, shuts him down. Can start putting that diffuser down on the ground. Shinka's got to make a move, but surely it's going to be too late, Des. Virtue, Citizen get the final kills. The diffuser was going down. It's all G2, and they are looking good for that Mexican major position.
Aren't they just? You know what's not looking so good? Your predictions after all that mouth in round 11. Unbelievable, but that was a fantastic round for G2, acknowledging that the push coming in through Library and working your way through the south wall was never going